Hey guys, today we're going to look at the HawkEye Fishtrax C fish finder with the ice fishing accessory kit. I was real excited to do this, and the main reason is about 3 or 4 years ago I purchased a HawkEye fish finder. I did the 1X, which is the black and white version. Took that out, used it when I went ice fishing. I used it in my small boat. It worked everywhere I want to use it. It would work, and I really liked it, but the 1C was going to be a big upgrade. One, color screen instead of black and white, and for ice fishing, it has a flasher. So now I had sonar and a flasher in a small portable unit like this. I had an accessory kit. To me, it was such an upgrade from the very first one that I got. That's why I was looking forward to doing this. If you're not into ice fishing, don't worry about it. It has tons of accessory kits. Small boat, paddleboard, float tube, just tons and tons of accessories that I didn't have the first time around with my first unit. And that's part of what really excited me about this, is there are so many ways you can do this. I hate buying something and I use it for 2 months out of the year and it sits in the drawer the other 10. This doesn't do that. You can use it for ice fishing, you can use it in the summertime, you can use it on the bank, in a boat, wherever you're going to fish, you can use it. That's why I really like it, and it's so portable and easy to take along. Now let's take a minute, we're going to go over everything about it, but I want to show you the accessory kit that I got, and that is the ice fishing kit. It comes with the ice shack. It's upside. It's got the 2 zippers in the front. It's got a piece of Velcro that holds it down in the front, and the neat thing is you bring it back around. It's got a piece of Velcro that's going to hold it back, so it'll sit back so you can see what you're doing inside. It's got a couple pockets on the side. Got a few fishing lures you want to bring along. You know, your ice jigs, you can throw them on one side. Hey, I got a hand warmer on the other side. I can throw plenty of stuff with me when I bring it along. Inside, you're also going to have, we're going to have our transducer. Transducer comes with 15 foot of cord. That comes the same way, no matter what you buy, you're getting the unit and the transducer. Transducer has a floaty. It's got a stopper, and basically set the floaty where you want it, pop the stopper in, and that holds the transducer whatever depth you want. Again, back to ice fishing, that's great. You got 18 inches of ice, run it down to 18 inches so you make sure you get the transducer below the ice level. For me, when I had the first one, I was in my small 2-man bass boat. Basically, I just dropped this off the side, put it right over the side, hooked it onto the side, and just let it float along beside the boat. It worked great with that. Now inside our kit here, to hold the camera, or hold our finder in place, we got our, I don't know, our basic sandbags, I guess, that holds everything in. It's got the plate, and then we're going to get the suction cup attachment. So basically, the fittings on that are the same as like any camera. It's got that 1/4 by 20 fitting. Just mount our camera on, we'll set it in, attach the suction cup, and we're set and we're ready to go. Now, you can buy just this, but when you do buy that separate, it's not going to come with all of this stuff on the inside. So the ice fishing accessory kit, besides the finder, is going to get you this, this, and this. Why did I want the accessory kit for ice fishing? Yeah, I'm just told you I want to use it 365 days a year. I'll use this ice fishing when ice season's done. That moves over. This, I don't think I'm going to have any problem setting this on the side on my 2-man bass boat. It should be able to fit right on the side of the 2-man bass boat. I should be able to take the suction cup, hook it down, and now I'm using this in my small 2-man boat. Now, if I start doing that next spring and it doesn't quite work right, fine. I'll go look at one of the other accessory kits, and for another 20 bucks or 30 bucks, whatever it is, I can buy a second accessory kit if I have to have it. But the way I looked at it was, I thought the ice fishing accessory kit would allow me to use it in the winter and use it in the summer both. So that was the decision I made. Now, one thing I really like about this one too, batteries. We're going to use 4 AAA batteries. They suggest lithium batteries instead of the alkaline in the winter. They hold up better in the cold. I'm actually using rechargeables. I like to to use rechargeables on everything that I can. So I put 4 AAA rechargeables in. That way, every time I take it out fishing, when I get home, pop the batteries out, put new ones in, and I know it's always ready to go the next time. No worries about that. But the thing I really like is the back cover's got the big knobs so you can get a hold of it. So many of them that cover the battery compartments got the screws. You got to have a screwdriver to get them out. This one, I love the big knobs here. It makes it so easy to get the batteries in and out because I'm going to take the batteries in and out every time I use it. So I think that's a good feature. Do all of these come with this? I don't know. This one did, but I did notice in the link that all the accessories, this is also listed as an accessory. So it may be something you can buy if you have an older unit that has the screws in it yet. Availability, before we get into it. In my situation, it was HawkEye Electronics. That's where I got mine from. It's also sold on Amazon. I understand Bass Pro and Cabela's sell them, but if you buy at Bass Pro and Cabela's, you're going to get this. That's all they sell, the finder and the transducer, that's it. If you want any accessories, there are some at Amazon, but go to HawkEye Electronics. I will put a link in the description. Click on that link, go there, and you'll see all the accessories, everything they have. And as I'm making this video right now, which is about the 1st of December of 2020, they now have them on sale. So if you're watching this when it first comes out, they're on sale. Go take a look real quick. You can get a good deal. All right, now let's take a look at how we use the unit. All right, got it all set up here so we can take a look at it. I have put it on the simulator mode so we can really see what everything looks like. For me, a big factor in stuff like this is simplicity. I want things to be as simple as possible. I do not want to have to push 5 buttons in order to get what I want to get. So with here is our power button. I'll explain all these as we go. We're going to push the power button. And there we are. And there's sonar. That's it. One button and you have sonar and you're ready to go. You can't get a whole lot simpler than that. We're going to end up with our depth. We're going to have our water temperature when it's properly hooked up. And we're going to have our basic sonar set up. This is presently set for a 90-foot depth. I did that to make it work a little bit better here on the simulation mode. We got our fish and stuff. I'm going to explain some of that stuff to you later. But this is an ice fishing setup. So how simple is it to get me over when I want the flasher? Well, you can either use left or right. That's going to make a difference whether you push the buttons once or twice. If I go on the left side and I hit it once, there it is. I'm on flasher. We're set. We're ready to go. One back. I'm back to sonar. There is a third setting. Let me show you that real quick. That's over here. And basically it's going to give you your data, just your data basically. It's going to give you your depth. It's going to give you this. But importantly, this is your battery level. As you can see, I'm at 5.1 volts. You need 4.5 volts to make this work properly. So that's the level there. But you got 3 ways to go: flasher, sonar, or to check your battery. So that's the 3 you got to go. Let's put this on sonar. It's going to take it a couple minutes to scroll across. While it's doing that, let's take a look at some of the other buttons and what they do. Down here, that looks like a bunch of pages. Well, that's the memory. That is our menu. We're going to click that. And on our sonar, we got sensitivity, depth range. You can see that 0 to 90. You can change that. If you're only going to be fishing in 20 feet of water, change it to 0 to 30 or something like that. Upper limit, lower limit settings. Fish symbols and depth. As I mentioned, I have that on. Let me get rid of that for a second so you can see. I have the fish symbol and the depth the fish is presently on it. You can get rid of the fish symbol and just go with the arches if you want. You can get rid of the depth. But for this, I thought I'd show it to you with the fish symbol and the depth. We can put a cursor on for the depth that marks that. And if I go all the way down, we use the up and down to decide what we want to do. I go one more down and then I'm on simulator. So that's the first menu. We're going to hit the menu button again. Going to take me to the second one. Backlight 100%. Volume is on high. I've got feet and Fahrenheit. We can change that. The chart speed, how fast it's moving. Right now it's set at 50%. I do not have the fish alarm on or the depth alarm on. One more time for another chart. Keel offset. Right now I have the white background. So let's take a look at that real quick. Let's change this to a colored background. And there I am now. Let me get rid of the chart so you can see it better. There I am with a blue background instead of the white background. And let's go one more time. Now we'll go to a gray. So we're basically going to go to gray and white. So you have three different choices when it comes to the background. And let me go back to white. And we'll just leave it back to here at the normal white background. Now let's get back to that third chart one more time. Surface clarity, noise reduction, and language that you want. So I've got three different charts, and the more times you hit it, you just keep moving between those charts. You want to get rid of the charts. There's the escape button. Hit that, and you're back to normal again. Now let's say you want to get a little bit closer look. You can have the, looks like the plus button here, or the magnifying button. I can hit that, and I'm now going to have 2 times the magnification. I can use these arrows to move it up and down to look at stuff. So I can move down here, and if I want to get a really closer look at what's here, I can do it with the magnification. And when I hit it again, it's off, it's back to normal. We also have 2 frequencies. I'm set at, oops, excuse me, move a little bit there. It's set at the 83 right now. We also have 200. If I hit the V escape, I'm going to go to a split screen with 83 or 200. I hit it again and I go to 200. So you can either run it at 83, a split, or 200. Now in my case, I'm probably going to do most of mine in 83 because the majority of my fishing is going to be in water 25 feet or less. If I was in real deep water, maybe the 200. The 200 gives you a little more pinpoint. The 83 gives you a wider beam. So if you're fishing in real shallow water, you want your beam to try to be as wide as you can get it because of the shallow water. So I will probably run mine pretty much on the 83 all the time with that. But that's it. It's real simple. It gives you everything you're basically going to want. Just so few buttons and so easy to operate. And this comes from a guy that I usually need to have my kids, my grandkids set stuff up for me. But not this time. I could do this all by myself with no problems. Well, there we go, guys. HawkEye Fishtrax 1C portable fish finder. I love the fact that it has potential to be used 365 days a year. Whether I'm on a bank, on a dock, in the boat, or on the ice, I'm able to use this. Don't forget, check the description. HawkEye Electronics, they're still on sale, and ice fishing season's coming. Thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.